welcome to another episode of Machine Gang. This is Grits and Gravy. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through actually arranging your tracks using the ideas view. And it's really simple. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is you want to switch to the ideas view. The easiest way to do that is to hold shift and just click arrange. Okay, so the easiest way to go about arranging your track, in my opinion, is to kind of have a system that you want to follow. So what I mean is you want to have a scene, and right now we just have one scene, but you want to have a scene for, let's say, the intro, the hook, your verses, so on and so forth. So just kind of have an idea of how you want to go about arranging the track. And then you want to rename all your scenes. So before we do any of that, let me just play the beat and then we'll kind of think about how we want to arrange the track. So let's just listen to it real quick. So this first scene is just a loop and it's just the beat by itself. So let's just take a listen. Okay, so I picked this beat because it's simple. As you can see, there's only 7 sounds in the beat. So first thing you want to do is you kind of want to think about, okay, I want maybe 2 verses, a hook, an intro, outro, whatever. So let's duplicate this scene to make 8 different scenes, and each one is going to be unique so that we can make changes. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hold down scene, and you see these options up here. You just want to hit duplicate until we have enough scenes. So now we have 8 scenes, and the first thing I'm going to do to stay organized is I'm just going to rename them. So I'm kind of going to fast forward through this so you don't have to watch me actually do this, but basically this first scene is going to be the intro, and then we'll just rename them. Yeah, there we go. So it's going to be my intro. And let's do hook. Okay, so now that you got your beat organized, so I renamed everything. So I got the intro, hook, I got a hook drop, I got verse 1, 2, 3, and 4. Basically, that's just each part of the verse. So it's a 16-bar verse. Each pattern is 4 bars, so that's for the verse. I got an outro scene, and then I got a drums only scene where just the drums are playing, and I drop out the instruments. So now what you want to do is make decisions on what instruments you want to play for each scene. So scene number 1 is the intro. So like I don't want the kick to play. So what you would do is you would hit scene, select your scene, and then you can press pattern. So if I wanted drums in the intro, you would either add the drums or take the drums out. So if you don't want drums, you just hit remove. If you change your mind, you can just hit pattern 1 again. So the easiest way to do this is just make sure that your pattern number corresponds with the scene number. So like I'm not going to rename all of these patterns, but basically pattern 1 matches up with the intro, pattern 2 with my hook, pattern 3 is the second part of the hook, and so on and so forth. So you just go through, I go to my second scene, I want everything playing so everything is lit up. On my third scene, I just drop out the drums. The fourth scene, I don't want my hi-hats to play, and I don't want this vocal chop to play. So basically everything that's lit up, that's what's gonna play. So now after you pick what sounds you want to play during what part of the beat, now you want to actually add it to your timeline, because if you look, there's still nothing here that's going to play when we hit play. So what you want to do is hit scene, and then you want to click on append, and then you want to start adding your scenes in. So we want the intro, and you'll see them pop up here on the left. So you want the intro, both parts of the hook, you want your verse, and then you don't want the outro yet. So then we go back to the hook. I want the first part of the verse, second part, then I want to switch it up a little bit. I want my drums only, and then I want the fourth part of my verse. I want the hook again, and then I want the outro. So now when you switch back to your timeline, you should have the whole beat laid out. So now you can see we got the hook, verse 1, hook, verse 2, with a little bit of variation because this part right here is just drums only, and then we got the hook and then the outro. So the last thing I would do, and I'm not going to do in this video, but the last thing I would do is kind of like at the end of the verse, kind of like drop out the claps or something like that, or drop out the kick drum just to lead into the hook. But that's something simple, but you kind of get the idea of how easy it is to arrange. So now let's kind of listen to how the beat unfolds. So you pretty much get the idea, and that's funny, it's called Ideas View. So you see how quickly I laid out that beat. It really only took like 10 minutes, and I think what makes it easier is, like I was saying earlier, if you rename your scenes, you know, if you rename your scenes so that you know what order they're in, kind of like for every beat you kind of have like an idea, so you know your outro is always going to be like on 8 or 16 or something like that. Your intro is always number 1. So then when you're ready to append to the timeline, you can just go through real quick. So that's going to do it for this video on arrangement. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, peace.